What's good, YouTube? Today I'm explaining why I bought the RED Komodo 6K in 2024. Buying the RED Komodo, I was in a business deal. I gotta explain the Kevin part. Okay. I was part of an internship where they had bought a RED V-Raptor, and I had the opportunity to buy a RED Komodo battle tested camera for a good deal. I bought it for $3,500. I felt like it was the next step of stepping up my journey as a production company. Why the RED Komodo? The RED Komodo is a standard industry camera. It's really sought after. A lot of people, when you shoot with it, it has a respect to it, and they know you're a serious filmmaker. I bought the RED Komodo because I am a 20-year-old filmmaker, and I wanted people to take me serious in my career. And I feel like buying this camera right here would have set me to the next level in a sense. The build quality of the RED is very simple. It's a square box in a sense, and you kind of have to build around the camera. So it makes it, you almost can customize how you want it in each setup. For me, it's a run and gun setup, so it's usually just a V-mount battery, a handle, and a lens, and eventually a monitor. Um, the image quality is amazing. The best of the best. The workflow with the RED Komodo, it varies to somebody. For me, I use DaVinci Resolve, and when I'm editing in Resolve, I usually just drop the edit in there and then color grade from there. Um, there is a RED software, but for me, the quickest workflow is just dropping and dragging the clips in. Um, and the editing workflow, of course, you have to use proxies because the files are very, very large. You can shoot in 6K, 4K, and 2K, and 180. But usually I shoot in 4K because really 6K doesn't really make a difference depending on what you're shooting. If we're shooting like a commercial, then we bump up to 6K for the highest quality. Also, this camera has a global shutter, so when you're spinning the camera, you can see all the pixels moving. So it's a and I love that. You can't get that in no other camera. The challenges are the storage size of the camera. Very large file sizes, upwards to 500 gigabytes to a terabyte, depending on what you're shooting. As you know, like hard drives do cost a lot, and transferring editing, if I want to give this to another editor over Dropbox, it takes a very long time because shooting with this takes a lot of storage. The expense of the camera, you almost have to build the camera out, and the other thing is camera universal. Like I can't only everything is customized to this camera. The SD card, this handle, the lens, they're all RFL mounts. So I work in a Sony Atmosphere, and previously my last camera was a Sony A7 III. So as you can see, it was a very big upgrade in a way. It was worth the investment. Looking for if I had to go back, it was very much high risk investment, and I think it was well worth its investment, for sure. If anybody's looking to buy RED, it's for sure an investment. I think current dilemma of cameras, Nikon buying RED, I see the value of RED decreasing in the future. They already dropped their prices, but the camera itself is a very good camera. I don't think it will go out of style, but giving in a few years from now, I think this camera will be replaced by something better. So I think it's worth the investment right now if you're trying to make a quick flip, or if you're trying to get into cinema cameras. This camera will be the perfect introduction camera. But if you have a bigger budget of like 10,000 or more, I would say look at different cameras. Looking back, I would have saved a lot more money buying the newer versions. This is the OG version, but right now I was more worried about the price point, and just because of the moment, I did not have the funds. But it was a good investment, I would say. I made my money back on the RED by shooting, almost using the camera as like a vehicle to get into rooms to produce projects. So when I come to somebody and they say, "Hey, you shoot on the RED Komodo," they talk to your client, acts a different way. When you have a certain amount of gear, people treat you different. My doubts were actually like, how am I gonna pay this camera back off in a way? And really through hard work and just sheer networking with the camera, it did produce the results. I think at the end of the day, most of the content goes on social media, so this camera does have its drawbacks in a way. I think I made more money with my A7, my Sony camera, than this actual camera. My investment went pretty well though. I think I definitely made my money back by just grinding it out, working on the back end. I think it was well worth my investment. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'll be dropping more content soon on Instagram and on YouTube and all platforms. Feel free to reach out on Instagrams or comment if you have any questions. And yeah, we're dropping more content soon. Peace.